Hmm? Yeah, buddy. Okay. Gotta wait for it to kind of come up on my thingamajiggy. Ooh. Who came first, Phoenix? You or me? I do not know yet. But hey, howdy. Icy, how you doing today? Is it pick me up? There it is. I mean, I was thinking about it. I was like, ooh, this is gonna make him a little mad if I do this. I think we're back with White Bat Audio, or White Bat Audio for tonight's musical genius. Hey, Mad Boss, what's going on, my man? So, I'll let y'all start guessing on what it is we're booting tonight. I bet you can't. And how y'all do? How you two doing tonight? I hope everything's going well. Hope y'all taking it easy. I am sleepy. I'll be honest, I'm a little sleepy. Watched some TV with the old man. Had some drinks. Not drinks. Drank liquid with the old man. Yeah, Phoenix, what do you need? And yeah, Matt Boss, I'll be taking song suggestions tonight. Give me a few right now before we start. Before we start, I guess. Well, what do you need, Phoenix? What's going on? Everything was so clear. To my destiny I fear. I am alone. What's going on, my boy? Phoenix, how you doing today? Phoenix. Calling my name. Cried Topsy their song Sire of Sin. You got it, my boy. Sire of Sin. Okay, I'll put that one on right now. Oh, guess we'll listen to this Sire of Sin. Yeah, we'll put it on right now. Okay, I'll get started here and I'll see what Phoenix says. Now, the question I have for you is, how am I going to do this? Because I'm debating if I want to do it all 3D, or if I want to do it 2D first and do it that way. I think doing it all in 3D first might be easy. We'll try it all 3D first, and then we'll move on to 2D if this doesn't work. But I shall increase this just a little bit, like so. And of course, we gotta go into tab, gotta go into edit mode. And I do actually have my my face cam. I can turn it on, so if y'all want that, let me know. Though it's really just gonna be me staring at my screen. When you start reading scary stories, you can read the last one I post. And can I join you for this or next stream because I got some werewolf facts? Oh yeah, man, Phoenix, if you want to jump in right now, and if you want, we can do that right now, and you can start laying down some werewolf facts. Or like you said, when I start reading the scary stories, if you want to jump in then, or jump in after that, that's more than fine, man. See, it's like if you know things, like let me know. Like if any of y'all have any spooky, scary werewolf, like any sort of spooky, scary facts, or like anything you guys have some immense knowledge in, let me know. And like, cause like I'd love to have y'all on the stream at some point. Make it a little smaller. A little smaller. A little smaller. Then the song suggestion, Motorhead, their song Bye Bye Beach Bye. Beach. Bye bye. Ain't no lie, baby. Bye bye bye. Oop, turned down the wrong way. Sire seems pretty heavy. I wonder now. Yeah, man. Okay, I'm gonna turn down my music then. I guess I will no longer be taking song suggestions tonight since we'll have a guest. All my attention should be on said guest. But I have those two in the queue, and I'll listen to these two and then I'll turn it off. So. Okay. Okay. Now. It gets tiny on one side. It scoots over, but it gets tiny on one side. And of course, you know, my phone doesn't like the data up here, or doesn't like the internet up here, so it never wants to work. That's fine. Retried connection. I'm ready. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome in my boy Phoenix Wolf King, also known as King Phoenix Wolfblood. Who is your guest? It is none other than Phoenix. No, Reese. Do not worry if you missed the format. Just focus on driving, please.
Yeah, do not worry. I was actually gonna say something about that. Don't worry. But Reese, I think we're just gonna be joining the first wagon with us.
Huh?
If he does, I'm not gonna be pissed. It's just that I'm gonna have to like go faster.
What's up?
I'm gonna have to go faster then. Say first.
Oh, to say first. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, let me just like I do have some of my own, but I decided to like go on a website that had a few good historical and mythical histories about him.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna ask first the chat if they're ready for some facts.
How's everyone? How's he sound, everyone? How's he doing? Does he sound okay? Okay. And it still stands that if you can guess what I'm doing, then you get some pretty cool icy points.
I know it's something to do with my favorite movie of all.
Sirenson was really good, Mad Boss. It was very heavy. I like the middle section of it where they went real into the drums.
I know it has to do something with Nightmare Before Christmas.
What? No.
Yeah, the stream just does it.
Yeah. Let me make sure. Make sure they can hear you.
It's too obvious, but I'm just thinking two things. I'm just thinking Oogie Boogie or Jack.
Okay, they can hear you pretty well. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
Or the actual town in general.
No, I'm not doing the town.
Yeah, because that would be too. That would be like a three night stream.
Oh, it'd probably take a little longer than 3 nights.
Yeah, a little longer.
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to like get the references for this and everything, and like, I never realized like how awkward.
If I'm close to the
yes, Phoenix, you get these icy points for tonight. It is Nightmare Before Christmas. You shall get the 5 icy points.
It's pretty easy, just the stream just says it.
Yeah, I know. I did give it away a good bit.
No, but the non-obvious person wouldn't have like guessed that before entering. Because I press your streams quick, so I don't even notice the title. I just noticed it's a Nightmare Before Christmas, and I go there. Like I know, I just saw it, and that's it. In a split second. Okay, I'm gonna start the first.
Hey, Silver, what's going on?
Fact.
Okay, yeah. So, for those of y'all just joining in, we have Phoenix joining us today, and I hate this, so I'm gonna delete this. But he will be telling us some werewolf facts today and some other things. So, Phoenix, you have the stage.
Okay. First fact. These are actually the origins of where people believe it came from. Norse legends spoke of Fenrir, the son of Loki, and and a wolf-like being Fenrir was father of both wolves and werewolves. The gods learned of prophecies that were forecast terrible things about Fenrir. So they tied him up. In retaliation, Fenrir ripped off the arm of the god Torn, and at the end, for some reason, it says Dalish.
It says what at the end?
It says Dalish.
Dalish?
Yeah, Dalish something.
Interesting. All right.
The end. That's what it says. Period. Then says the word Dalish.
I want to know.
Okay. Me neither. Okay. Now the second one, I'm gonna need your help with a few of the names. So I'm gonna send you
A screenshot.
a screenshot of the thing,
All right.
so you can help me with a few of the names when I get to it.
I'll try.
Okay, I send you it.
All right. Richard, you're not answering my question. What's the prize? I said it was 5 points. And Phoenix got 5 points. And then Silver says, heyo. Okay, so... Oh yeah, no. Fenrir ripped off the hand of the god Tyr. Tyr Delsh?
Delsh and and
Then the next
the
name?
three words I'm gonna the three words I'm gonna tell you is the one that starts with the H, the N, and the S.
I would say... Herodotus? Herodotus.
Herodotus, that's what I was thinking.
Neru? Nerui? Neruri?
Neru.
Nerai? Ne...
We can say Neri.
Neru. Yeah, I think it's Neri. Neruri. Neruri. Neruri, maybe.
I wish I could go. I wish I can go to Google Translate, but Google Translate's not gonna say nothing to me.
And Scythia
Okay.
is how I'd pronounce that.
Okay. Okay. Second fact: historical text. Werewolves appeared in the ancient Greek text. Herodotus referred to a group of Neri who lived in. Say that last one again. I forgot completely.
The Scythia?
Scythia, which expanded from East Europe to Asia, if I'm saying that correct.
What, Asia?
Yeah, Asia.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes say it in a different way sometimes, so I never know if I'm saying it correctly.
That's
The
fair.
Neri were capable of changing from human to wolf and back again. Okay, fact 3. Greek mythology. Greek lore also spoke of the king Larkon, who murdered a child and ate human flesh. Zeus punished Larkon by turning him into a wolf man. Somewhere in Greek lore, a boxer named... Okay, can you try to pronounce that word?
King Lycon who murdered child. Just punch Lycon. Demarcus.
Demarcus?
Yes.
Enjoyed a reputation of secret being a werewolf. Okay, the Roman way. The poet Virgil, it's just gonna remind me of Devil May Cry somehow, just by the name, discussed a man named Osmodeus, who can transform from human to wolf, from human to wolf form through the use of herbs. French outbreak.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like one of them. I just told you the mythical one,
Mhm.
the Norse legend, the one that spoke about the Norse legend, the historical ones, which are the ancient texts from Greek, the Greek myth, and now the Roman way. We're in
Yeah.
the Roman way, which we just spoke. Now we're going to the French outbreak, which I kind of read about this. There was like a big there was a. I'm not gonna read through here, but I can kind of symbolize that it was like a big outbreak through what they call the beast of something. I don't know how to say the word completely, but there were beasts. There were beasts, but it was more of a pack full of werewolves that the French had to fight.
Huh. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
talk. You can talk about that.
yeah. Okay. Back in the back in the seven in the 17,000s,
The 1700s.
southern 1700s. Yeah, I didn't know it to say thousand or hundreds. Southern French fell under a siege of a werewolf epidemic. Over a hundred over 100 people were killed by a pack of creatures known as the Beast of. Okay, please help me.
What did you send me another one?
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's on season three. Okay, the one right after where it says Beast of.
Okay, so how to turn to werewolf? We're looking. Hold up. France, on the siege of 100 people were killed by a pack of creatures known as the Beast of Gavadon?
Gavadon.
I'd say
Okay.
Gavadon.
No,
Okay, Reese,
I
take your
think
time.
of Gravadon. The French army was called into fight this threat I believe it would have been more into fighting this threat because what how it's pronounced it's more to say into
Mm-hmm.
or they should have put in to fight yeah they said it correctly see Sorry. See Sorry. um to fight this threat. Although many suspected the bloodlust was carried out by dog wolf hybrids. Now this one there is an actual one, but instead of calling it the like how it says here the beast, which was a multiple, it's more pronounced as what they have pronounced it as one. It was one beast. With it's funny when I searched this up. Guess what else I found out from this one?
Beauty and the Beast?
No, I found out that this name, these three words were also in the fifth season of Teen Wolf. When I searched this up, not joking, when I searched this up, it said literally the Beast of Garadon, and then it's a Teen Wolf wiki.
Teen Wolf.
Dude, I have to watch that show though because that show is like awesome. I have to watch that show someday. And plus, now that we have I forgot to tell you this, but now that we have um, Fire TV, which we don't have it plugged in, but we have it. We're
Yeah.
waiting to get the new Wi-Fi box. But now I can watch the Digimon movie. I'm just hoping
Yo.
it's an ebook, but now I can watch the Digimon movie, the latest one,
Dit. Digimon.
and the new Scooby
Digimon.
movie, which I wanted to watch, and I can watch it for free.
Awesome, man. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now this was more curious to me because this is like what I suspected would have been,
Mhm.
but it's funny it's funny how each thing is going. Most of the things that I thought was not what I suspected. So, fact 6: how to turn into a werewolf. If you're looking to wolf out, which I love that. It just says wolf out, which I normally wolf out at the full moon. Here are some things to do so. A. Be born as the fifth son of a fifth son.
The
That's
fifth
gonna
son of
be
a fifth
mostly
son?
yes, your like your dad has to be the fifth son of his grandparents
Yeah.
of your grandparents. But you also have to be the fifth son to be born. Which it doesn't make sense because they should have said the fifth child instead of the fifth son,
Whoa.
or the fifth, or the fifth, or the fifth child of the fifth child.
Yeah.
Because that would have made sense because werewolves can be either be well, true. Mostly werewolves are male, but they are females. There are female werewolves.
Yeah.
That's what nobody understands. That they think that males are just the werewolves. There are females. It's just like vampires. Vampires, you mostly see male vampires, but there are females. Um, B, eat eat wolf meat, which I probably will. I didn't. You have to try something new every day.
That's fair.
S-
I agree.
mhm. Okay. C, enter into a pact with the devil, which I'll never do, even though I'm half demon. I would never do. Hey, you can't be going like, hey, I'm just with God. I have to be with every god in the entire world, especially the god of hell. You don't want to piss that guy off.
Nope. Hey, they came out pretty good.
Okay, D, being murdered under a full moon, and
Oh.
this is where I go is if you're murdered, how are you gonna turn into a werewolf unless you're gonna turn yourself into an undead werewolf?
Huh.
Because you have to be murdered, at least be attacked under a full moon. That makes more sense. But being murdered,
I mean, it's like your spirit, old and bitter and doesn't
oh
want to
yeah, it
move
does.
on.
It won't move on. It will get stuck because a werewolf's no, not true because it's not the same thing because a werewolf doesn't. Once a werewolf gets killed, once you get attacked, you don't transform. You can't transform because you're the bleeding, the bloodlust, the blood out will already kill you in seconds of your transformation because you can't handle it. You're too weak at that moment to handle that kind of energy. E. Avoid practicing Catholic sacraments for 10 years. Nobody's gonna be able to do that. Oh, you don't know that.
I mean, I'm sure people can. It's just like,
I haven't studied Catholic. I haven't studied for about like 10 years. So I'm surprised I'm surprised I'm not a werewolf. Though I'm not Catholic, I'm more like Christian, so that makes more sense.
oh, yeah,
Because I
no.
don't know if the Catholics are the ones that trust more in God, or it's the Christians. I always
Me
think the
neither.
Christians are the ones that put more faith in God than anything else. Okay, now G, they should have put this like 1, 2, and 3.
Well, I mean,
It makes more sense to put in, like by letter, but it would have made more sense like by putting like um w- um
I mean,
especially
I'm sure W is gonna be like, be an actual werewolf.
be be cursed to become a werewolf, which is basically by the normal means being scratched. Though they say that being scratched doesn't help you become a werewolf.
Hmm.
They say, but I'm not sure. Now, last one, which is H, which is painful for me, in fact, if it's a boy. Have sex with a werewolf.
Ah,
The,
yes.
the problem is you won't know who's a werewolf if they're human. And having sex with a werewolf, damn, this can be brutal. Goodbye, bed.
Oh Lord.
That's what I'm saying. Goodbye, bed. Goodbye, bed. Okay. Now, number 7, which is an unbreakable curse, which is in true fact, it is not. People believe that it could be broken,
Whoa, is
and
it?
you can reach the fact 7 is an unbreakable curse, but people believe that it could be broken in some certain ways. Now, this is one thing that people don't know, that a werewolves don't actually are not tainted. They're like more like they, depending on what you decide, you believe it as a curse or blessing, depending on the person. But calling it a curse is more unbreakable, because the only way to break it, it just says it in another one, but I'm gonna say it early. The
Mhm.
only way you can break off a werewolf's curse is by literally killing it, and that's harder than it's worth. Now, ready for fact 7?
Let's get fact 7.
Okay, if a werewolf bites bites you and you don't die, then you're pretty much screwed. Prepare to wolf out. I just love the word wolf out here.
Well, yeah, it's like the
If
most
you
popular
are,
way to like become one, ain't it?
yeah, yeah. If you're not brave enough to be bitten, that means if you don't want to, if you're not like that brave to get bitten by one, they give you an alternative. You can slurp up water from a werewolf's footprint and achieve the same result.
To hell? That just sounds weird.
If you aren't brave enough to be bitten, you can slurp up water from a werewolf's paw print. So like if they make a paw print and there's water
Yeah.
there, you can achieve the same result as like you've been bitten. That's an alternative, because most of the people are going to be scared of being bitten.
Yeah. Which again makes
And
sense.
the water is already going to be infected with that, with the DNA. Water is automatically contaminated once you touch it. Just putting one finger, it's like saying you grabbing a bottle of water and putting your own finger there. That's contaminated with your own DNA already. You drink it, so you have no problem. But if somebody else drinks it, they're gonna have the same things that you would have.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's why. Some of those diseases that you need to drink, like you need to have your own bottle of water, you need to drink from your own stuff. They do that because they know that that kind of disease will be transferred if they drink from another person.
Yeah, and that's how come my family was usually cautious about sharing drinks with people.
I was pretty much the same way. I would literally tell, like, I know that there's our alternative way, our way of doing it, which is like drinking it like putting up the bottle or the cup, putting up the bottle really high and letting it fall down.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that's like you have to put it like almost like like it's gonna touch barely your lip, it's gonna touch your lip but barely. But still, it's putting the DNA in it.
Yeah, you're still getting the DNA in you. And Reese has a question.
Yeah. What
Reese's
was the question?
Reese's question is, what if she's a werewolf, but a zombie bites her? Is she now a werewolf zombie? Does she
Oh,
just become a zombie?
okay.
What's the deal
You
there?
won't. You won't. Nothing will happen to you actually, because you're already a werewolf, so you can't get nothing else transferred in you, because a werewolf has a very good immunity to everything. So they're really hard to get even sick.
But that's
But
like,
they do get hungry. They
well, I
do
mean,
get
that's
hungry.
that's more like dying. I wouldn't exactly call that like being
Yeah, because
infected.
even if you get bitten by one, every 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 monster that we have known, except for the zombies, they would never go there in front, counter front one that knows it's a werewolf,
Mhm.
because they know they're gonna be tear up to shreds in 5 seconds or less. But a werewolf wouldn't eat a zombie because it's rotten. They won't eat rotten. They have to eat something.
But I
Well, they
mean,
will eat raw meat,
yeah,
but they won't eat rotten, like dead. Like if it's already been spoiled, they know they're smart. Unless you're a savage, you're one that's very very savage and can't control your eating habits. You will literally eat anything, just anything. You eat raw meat, cooked meat, anything, anything survive. Okay, ready for 8?
Yeah.
Okay, now
Am I a
this
zombie
one is
wolf?
the one that did surprise me. This is the one that did surprise me because it surprised me. This was something that we didn't know, that nobody knows, because we all believe that werewolves have the we all believe that the werewolves have a time period of as much as the dogs do, as the modern dogs do.
Time
Which
time period?
which it depends on the animal, on the on the breed.
What do you mean by time period?
Um, there's a certain time. We all most of us believe that in the time period back then, people believed that werewolves would more be like dogs because of what their DNA has transformed to. They would transform to the DNA of a wolf, which depend when you look at the DNA of a wolf, it depends on how long the wolf survives.
So is
But in
it?
actual, so like let's say if it's like instead, like let's say a pup in about a few months, it will already be a grown up.
Yeah.
So we all thought that because it was a mix between a man and a wolf, it
Hmm.
would live as long as as an extended period of time that a normal wolf would live. But by the facts here, this is very different. You have fact 8 is no mortality, no immortality. Becoming a werewolf would not cause you to live forever, but you'll age much more slowly and enjoy the benefit of self healing without a doctor.
So it's kind of like the whole human and dog years kind of thing, where it's not human years, it's werewolf years.
Yeah, it's more like their kind of year. So like you will not. So like you will look like a child if you're a wolf. So let's just say a kid who's already been born as a werewolf. He will grow as slow as a werewolf as a werewolf would. You would see that in years he looked still like a kid
Yeah.
through the years. He would age slowly and slowly. So like he wouldn't reach like a normal human's percent of age. Like he wouldn't do that lifespan because his lifespan he would see everything from kid to the time he dies. But he has the benefits. A werewolf has a special benefit of not being healed, of being healed. So like they can like hide out from an area, and that wound will instantly, like us humans, our wound will instantly or heal itself.
Over
But we,
time.
but like since they have an enormous strength, bigger strength, and a bulky and a better body, they'll heal faster than we do.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because again, I guess the whole human to
So
child
yeah,
year.
so like let's just say a broken rib, let's just say, instead a bigger cut from that broken rib may instead not be a broken rib, but the rib would not the part where the rib was will heal faster instead because of the bone. Because a dog eats pure meat most of the time. A werewolf eats pure meat most of the time, so that has a so they mostly will start eating the bone as well. So that heals the bone as well. That makes the bone more stronger. But the cut won't. The cut will heal more faster than a usual human would,
Yeah.
which makes sense for werewolves to do that because they're supernatural beings pretty much, so they have a unique ability for that.
Reese has another question.
What is it,
She's
Reese?
she's asking if she has a baby with a werewolf, would it be a normal human or would it also be a werewolf?
It depends on the gene of the person. So, it and more contrary, it will probably be more of a werewolf since the werewolves have a stronger genome, stronger gene than themselves. But it won't it will be depending on who's the stronger parent. It's like the same way with the child. Well, I'm gonna say the majority is gonna be a werewolf. It's gonna be a werewolf kid, but it's the slight chance of being a human is very little. Let's just say, let's go to the back four facts. We're gonna change this a bit. If we're gonna go Twilight Zone here, Twilight area. Let's just say a human with a with um with a vampire, it causes the same effect. It will be the whoever it will be a vampire always because the power of a vampire is too strong to handle a mortal human. So the only chances of a mortal human dealing with that, as whoever just saw the movie,
Mhm.
is to literally be bitten before it happens, before it actually happens, because you need the actual capacity and strength to deal with that.
Reese, you are not a monster.
Probably
Okay.
not. Have you done anything supernatural in your life? I know I have. I've been howling my entire life. Okay, ready for fact nine?
Lay it on us.
Okay, holy water doesn't work. I love how it says this because it's funny. It goes like, "Holy water doesn't work on man. Doesn't work, man." Like it does this. Holy water doesn't work, comma, and then it puts man.
Oh man.
So you just go like, "Oh man," so I can't use holy water. Cause
We did.
because
We did.
people think
We
that
did. We did. We did.
that a werewolf is a demonic being. No, it's pretty much the opposite. It's more of a being of nature itself. It's a being of nature itself. So let's just think of any being that's from nature, the fairies and anything. That is a beast of nature, but it's more of a ravage from nature that it comes from. So
Yeah.
so like anything that comes from God or hell, it's not going to be stopping it because it's just that's how it's born. It's born by pure nature. It's not born by just being demonic. Like just because you made a pact with the devil doesn't mean it made it demonic. No, just it's pure. You made a pact with the devil. You are the you may be a man. You are
But
servant to the devil itself.
isn't that demonic in itself? Is making a pact?
Yeah, that's demonic itself. But the problem is, it's not the werewolf that's gonna be demonic. It's the human. It's the human that's gonna be demonic more. Because you have decided to make a pact with the devil. You can go any other alternative, but you decided to make a pact with the devil, which makes more of the mentality that you go now down there. You have giving yourself to instead go up and to go down. But in most parts, the werewolves believe that they have their own kind of world, their own kind of heaven. So they don't believe normal born werewolves don't believe of heaven or hell, no matter what. They believe that they go to their own place where they hunt freely, with no human or anything. They hunt with a freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay, the methods of warding a vampire doesn't work on a werewolf.
Oh.
You can't exorcise a werewolf because they're not of the undead. Religious talk, and holy water only makes them angry and wet.
Make some what?
It only makes them angry and wet.
And
Which is funny how they put wet, because you're actually splashing them with water.
oh, okay.
So yeah, but you see, that's why they are not considered demonic beings, because a vampire is considered a demonic being because they are more undead.
Reese says she's a demon.
Who, Reese?
Yes.
Reese, I'm sorry to say this, sweetie, but we know you have not been a demon. You have just been a lovely angel on this. I'm the demon in this family. Sorry.
Well, isn't there room for 2 demons?
Yeah, he's actually she's the devil. She's she's devil. She's the devil. I'm the demon.
What about Matt Damon?
Hmm. Okay, are you ready for fact 10?
We didn't answer my question.
What?
What about Matt Damon? Is there room for a Matt Damon?
Depends. That depends on the situation. Okay, ready?
Yep.
I've answered your question. So you ready for 10?
Yes, I'm ready for 10.
Okay. Werewolf disease. If you suspect of being a werewolf, and you probably are, werewolves remember their exploit even after returning to human form. The wolf disease, is known as lycanthropy, which we all knew that.
Yep.
And involves rapid hair growth, in an insatiable hunger for raw meat, and fully turning into a wolf. Now, this is what we should be avoiding here. This is what we should be avoiding from a person. This is also a normal thing that a normal human should have.
Okay, good.
But
Restart
this
it.
is all the other indicators that they put of rapid mood swings, insomnia, and violent behavior are other indicators. So just to know, if we see a hairy man with the mood swings and aggressive behavior, we know that's a werewolf in 5 seconds.
I mean, what if he's just a hairy, angry man who gets mood swings?
Then I'm still accusing him of a werewolf because he should not have that much hair unless he's Bigfoot.
What if that's racist?
Yeah, that makes me racist. Okay.
Racist toward old hairy men.
Yeah. Though we never seen a hairy man that's just like, though I'm probably sure an old man werewolf wouldn't have as much pain as a normal old man. Okay, 11. Or could it be cybertrick? Okay, you're gonna have to read it.
Okay, send it over. I'm gonna drink more water as we wait. Hairy man. Okay, which
I
part?
found it. The H word. The hyper something.
Hypertrichosis?
Hypertrichosis. Or could it be hypertrichosis? Historically,
Yeah.
people feared this condition, which caused hair to grow all over the sufferer's body and face. These people are often suspected of wolferism, or werewolfism.
Yeah, it's also known as werewolf syndrome.
Yeah, it's also known. Yeah, that's the other word. But
Like that.
this is pretty much a normal thing between beings. What have you sent me?
Is it true that you were
Yeah.
a demon child? Well, I don't think so. I still don't consider you a demon. Now, Matt Damon, on the other hand, I don't know.
That's probably a demon. That's probably a demon child, I think. Okay. It's funny how this is how 12 is. It goes like, fact 12 says, no proof needed. Just like in Salem wolf trials, little proof was needed in order to kill someone being suspected of a werewolf. One accusation is enough for
accusation.
and an accusation was enough for a death sentence, which this was true. In Salem for the witch trials, if you were suspected of being a witch, you would go no matter what the age you were. If you were even a kid and you suspected of being a witch and you said okay, yeah, I'm a witch, you'll be going to death sentence no matter what.
Reese has another question.
What's the question, my beautiful Reese?
She says, "Does werewolf hair reset with every transformation?"
Okay, wait, repeat that again.
Does werewolf hair reset with every transformation?
Not sure. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, it will. If you depend on shaving, that's not gonna be as easy because it's really gonna grow super super fast. So imagine a person that just shaved in a few, instead of being a few days, it's gonna be in a few seconds, just like that. In a few seconds, you'll go like, but the werewolves do constantly shave the hair to look more natural because that's gonna reveal themselves more. So if they do decide to live in a human society, they have to shave every part of their body.
But if they're in human
Like they
form,
have
then
to
they wouldn't be as hairy.
no, no, correction. In werewolf form, they will still have that retaining hair because they will shave and it will grow back quickly. It will so it the werewolf won't lose any hair in
But
the process
I
because
thought the werewolf form was the whole transformation. I thought they had a
that
human and
their
werewolf
werewolf
form.
form was the whole transformation. But
Yes.
since their human form is more simply for them to be more disguised, the normal werewolf would have two forms: a werewolf and a human form. But depending on what they live on, they also have a third transformation, which is just their basic wolf form, which they will look as a regular wolf would, except probably
Yeah.
slightly bigger, slightly bigger than the average wolf. If you see a wolf that's bigger than a normal wolf that you see, so a normal wolf is depending on like the height of the person. So it either goes knee height or hip or half or well mostly knee high because they're not bigger than your knee unless you're little. It's impossible. No offense. No offense to little people. But unless you're little, very, very little, it will look like a werewolf to you because you're just small. But
Yeah.
to a an average size of a person, it would either be knee high because that's how big an average werewolf is. It's pretty much knee high. So, but a werewolf would literally reach up to where your chest is, pretty much. So it can literally just, and the paws will be bigger. The paws will be bigger.
Well,
Bugs will be bigger, but but a werewolf pretty much stays. If they're gonna be in the woods, living in the woods, they pretty much stay in their wolf form most of the time, instead of being in their human form at the time.
Reese has another
But if
question.
they do decide to, if they okay, what's the other question?
Do they brush their teeth and use shampoo?
Wait, what?
Do they brush their teeth and use shampoo?
No, unless they're human. Unless they live in a human society, they have to do those necessary things. But they won't do it because their hygiene is pretty much more bestial than human. So they'll just be like, if you were already human, but you but in a and you got cursed by being from a werewolf, then yeah, you will be more caring of the hygiene. But if you're born as one, you wouldn't care much about the hygiene because you will be more in the because werewolves more live in the wood in the wild than living in the city.
All right, interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference. A pure born werewolf would rather live in the woods, not care about hygiene because that's how they were born. They were born living in the wild. A a werewolf that was born a werewolf, but society of a human, depending on the parent. So if it was treated by the mother, and the mother was a human instead, it would actually be more of a that the person that werewolf would be more treated as a human and have to hide themselves more because they had to do everything as a human would, which would be more difficult for them because they have to physically eat raw meat constantly. They can't eat. They wouldn't care about eating it, but they will eat. They have to eat raw meat. It's a primary thing for them. Okay, ready for fact 13?
Are their clothes ruined when they transform?
No, they actually no. Yes, if they are human and wear clothes, then yes. But a basic normal a werewolf that lives in the woods don't have any clothing. They literally just butt naked. They're naked. They're naked because they don't need. They're raised without clothing.
She also
No,
wants to know if
not
they
okay. Not
exist.
fully clothed, not fully naked, but they basically are more into their primal state. So they are basically more werewolf. They are wolves. They're in their wolf form most of the time. So they don't worry about clothing.
Reese is asking if they
But a
exist.
basic human that was born in like in a human civilization, yeah, they will get their clothes ripped off because they have because the beard rips it.
Are they excited for Halloween?
I don't know about that.
You never know.
It depends because it depends. I don't know. That I think they're more not excited. They're more excited for Halloween because I think they have to be more excited because that's the only time they're gonna have to probably reveal themselves and not being like accused as one and not being so scared because everybody's gonna be dressing up.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for 13?
Ready for 13.
Okay, silver or mercury? Modern folklore holds that silver bullets are strong enough to kill werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
The true element used to kill kill werewolves throughout history is quicksilver, which is the liquid form of mercury, which is a liquid form of quicksilver. I love this because it just says the liquid form of mercury. Mercury's the liquid form of silver, but it recorrects itself because it says mercury is the liquid form of mercury is the liquid form of quicksilver. So it's gonna say that mercury is a liquid. It's saying the same thing, just
Yeah.
saying the liquid form silver. Quicksilver.
Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco. The poison specifically designed to kill Cusco. That poison.
Yeah, the poison instead of it was the poison turned him into lava or an alpaca.
He was a
Either of the
llama.
two. I think it was a llama. I was thinking it was a llama because they always called it llama. Okay, fact 14.
Reese
Salt,
is...
salt, salt works as a prevenition measure. If you suspect if you suspect a werewolf invasion, sprinkle some salt around the perimeter of your home. The salt will suck the water right out of the werewolf's body, so they won't dare cross your threshold. That's one of the facts that actually surprised me.
Yeah, because
Damn.
I thought that was like a demon thing.
Yeah, I thought that was like a demon thing, but looks but wait wait.
Huh.
What happens if a werewolf decides to jump?
What do you mean?
Okay, let's just say it's how it says. You put a um, sprinkle some salt around the perimeter of your home. What happens if they decide to like not step in the salt?
Well, I thought it was supposed to be that just the salt being there forms a protective circle.
Yeah, it's like I think it's supposed to be more like if I think it's just like the moment they sent the way if you're a human, how? Oh wow! Oh,
Huh.
they're more healthier than us then. They don't need salt. Damn it! And now I want to be a werewolf because I don't need salt. But now I have to stay away from salt because I love salt. So I have a win or lose situation here. Okay, fact 15. Where this is third to last. Other ways to kill a werewolf. If you wait on old age to escape a werewolf, you'll be waiting a long time. They aren't quite immortal, but they live. Okay, you say it before because I don't even know how to say it. I'm saying in the screenshot.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, where it says, but
You
they
said-
live, and that word after.
Unabated?
Unabated.
I believe unabated for
cent-
centuries.
Unabated for centuries. So you must destroy the heart of the brain of a werewolf. That and decapitation is the one foolproof way to do so. Aww. If I become a werewolf, don't kill me. Don't decapitate me.
No promises.
Don't decapitate me. Don't decapitate me because I'll give you hugs and kisses no matter what. And
No,
legs.
no promises.
And legs. Come on, I'm your brother. Okay. Fact 16. Telepathic wolves. Werewolves are telepathic. They share a pack mentally. If one wolf feels pain or dies, the others can feel their pain. At least Twilight got that one thing correct, right? I like this one because it's true. This is actually a true fact. A werewolf, if you've seen a full-blown wolf pack, not a werewolf pack, but a normal wolf pack, they can actually do sense the pain of another member of the pack. Werewolves have the same behavior as a normal werewolf does. If they are in a pack, they protect that pack. If one feels pains or dies, they either mourn or feel the same pain. They actually connect their pain. But what I love from this one is that it says at least Twilight got one thing right, correct?
I mean, that's good.
Hey, at least Twilight got one thing right. Actually, Twilight got a lot of things right, actually. Except for the vampire being shining instead of burning. That's one thing that doesn't seem right. Because I feel like a vampire should be burning in the sunlight, not shining.
Well, you forget it's like a teen drama, whatever the hell.
Yeah, it's like a teen drama. I feel like I'm surprised they didn't make. I'm surprised that they didn't make Twilight instead of a film series. I'm surprised they didn't make it into a TV series as well.
I mean, it's a book, so I don't know. You know what they do with movies like that.
Yeah. Okay. Last fact. Fact 17, everybody. Werewolves and full moon. Which this is our contradiction. Legend has that werewolves are only active during a full moon. But this is not true. Shapeshifting occurs any time of the month. Once a werewolf has control over they should have put its instead of his capabilities, he can wolf out whenever he damn well pleases. I give that one with an attitude.
Damn,
so, yeah.
man. They wanted that pay raise.
So yeah, as we all suspected, we thought that werewolves only go through a full moon. But knowing how they are actually not. The movies have got it completely wrong, pretty much. They don't go through a full moon.
Well, I mean, some movies have it where they just go whenever.
They just go whenever.
Twilight got that part right.
Yeah, so they go whenever. But because there are shape-shifting beings, they do shapeshift from man to beast. But once it has its capabilities controlled, so like once it learns how to literally shapeshift as anytime it wants, it could either choose to be a wolf or a human, and stay like that for as long as it pleases.
Good for them. Making those tough life
But what I love
choices.
in the end is it's like he can wolf out whenever he damn well pleases. Now those are some interesting wolf facts.
Those were you got anything else for us, Phoenix? Reese does have some more questions.
I'm gonna search for something else, and I'm gonna search for the mermaid facts that are interesting as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. There. Get rid of that face. I don't have any interesting facts actually, Reese.
Most of the facts he gets. Most of the facts that he's known. It's just known throughout the world.
Yeah.
Would you normally know? Would you normally already know? Okay, wait. So let me search for this for the place that I searched it, and let me search.
So he had said, Reese said they can change willingly whenever they want. It just depends on how comfortable they are with their wolf form, he said? Or something to that degree?
Depending on how comfortable they are with their form, they can literally just change. So, like, we also expected that if you're cursed by a werewolf, you pretty much are cursed by the full moon. But I think that is depending on the person that's been cursed on the full moon. Because if they're not capable, now, as they say, full shape-shifting forms. So most of the times, and they're shape-shifting, they're not werewolves. They're not wolves. They can change to any animal. They can, if they are not capable to control their shaping form, they'll just transform into any other animal. So they are werewolves. They're just more of their ability to shapeshift. Well, instead of not shapeshifting into wolves, they'll shapeshift into more like other breeds of dogs, or other breeds of dogs. Pretty much, yeah, other breeds of dogs. People have mentioned other breeds of dogs since they're close to the wolf pack. So to the wolf, they have that. So they if they're not capable of transforming at will, the willing of the full moon actually has a special effect. It does have a special effect on them, which is to literally make them not be in full blown werewolf form. So you could see a normal dog out on the street. You just think it's a normal dog. You may not even know that dog is a human just because of the full moon. They do have. That's why they say it's shape shifting, because they don't just shape shift into a werewolf, a wolf. They shift into a different type of animal. But once they learn how to shape shift, they'll either choose to be in their wolf form most of the time, or if they're comfortable enough, if they've been comfortable enough already. If you're in the opposite person, if you were born in the woods and you've been a wolf most of your entire life, but by a born werewolf would mostly not be a werewolf. A werewolf child would not be born a werewolf. Would not be born a complete werewolf, but it would take time for it to progress. So like you have to wait a certain amount of years for that person to actually get their abilities to shape into a wolf.
She's asking if her dog is a werewolf. She's asking if her dog is a werewolf.
No. The one sign fact, they'll spot a dog being a wolf, a werewolf, is if the full moon covers itself, and that effect wears off. Ay, mami, tú hablas nada más. Ya digo que puedo hablar. Mami, ahí no me va a oír si oigo más poquito. Mami, pero usted no me cuesta.
Okay, I was wondering how come
No,
this looks so thin.
huh?
Sorry, just trying to get my thing to look just right.
I'm still looking for the actual mermaid, for the interesting mythical and mermaid facts. Because
Mermaid facts?
yeah, I'm literally searching those up. Ooh, but no,
Pep said.
too much.
Oh.
It's mermaid. It's facts about mermaids, but the facts are 15 facts.
50?
50 facts.
That's a lot of
No.
facts.
Yes, that's why I said no. Okay, I just wait. Let me see those 50 facts. I can probably just read like 15. Probably just 15 of those facts. If it wants to load up. No, it doesn't want to load up. So we're not gonna read those. Oh, it has 15 facts. Okay, 15 facts. 15 facts about mermaids that you were not aware about. Oh wait, actually, this is like
Are
almost the same
mermaids
thing.
real? We have no idea.
No, we have no idea. We believe that most of us believe that they reside in a place that we don't know of or undersea, or as we all also think, one of us. I feel like TV could be a mermaid though.
Chibi would be the mermaid of the group.
Yeah, TV would be the mermaid. I'd be the world from the group.
No matter what.
Okay. First, I'm gonna read. Actually, I'm gonna keep these reading facts. I'm actually gonna read these. Okay. First, this is literally something else. First, fact one is the first known mermaid story appeared in 1000 BC in Asmaria.
Hey, swear to God, I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say this name. I'm gonna actually send you the, like I say, the screenshot.
Okay.
So you're gonna be able to read this one because it's big. That last word in the big
Let
font.
me see. Can you read a story? Yeah, we'll read in a second. Astraea?
Yeah,
Goddess?
Astoria.
Asaria. And then Altar
I think
Goddess? Astragoddess? The mother as
I think
Astrian
Astoria
queen.
is more different. Goddess Astarias, the mother of Astarian queen Amos Samaras, fell in love with a shepherd and killed him unintentionally. Shamed with her act, she jumped into the lake and took the form of a fish. But her beauty, her divine beauty, could not be concealed. Thus, she took the form of a mermaid. Human above the waist and fish below the waist. Since then, and many mermaid stories could be heard from folklore, from culture all around the world.
That.
Okay. I'm gonna read up to 3, and you'll do your story.
Oh, I was gonna
Alright.
work on this a bit more. I was waiting. I was
If you
gonna finish
want-
it to the hour.
If you want, you warn me when you're gonna start doing the story, and I'll stop the reading. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fact 2: mermaids were originally created for the impersonation of water deities. In these mythical creatures
were initially created to person person
Person-
personifying
personify.
personifying the water deities of ancient civilization. Because of the endless supply of food by sea, mermaids were celebrated as the bringers of life and fertility. Wow, that is interesting. They are also considered as the the forces of great nature, power, and destruction as well. Well, this is not a lie because they do make them up. They are they are capable of creating tsunamis and floods, pretty much.
Reese wants to know what kind of makeup they use underwater.
They don't use no makeup there. That a mermaid's beauty is natural. A mermaid's beauty is natural. They don't need makeup. Not even the waterproof makeup because they don't use it. They will stare themselves in a mirror most of the time. But the mirror is a magical mirror. It's a miracle just made for them. And you'll probably just hear them sing most of the time, so that's why. Which we all think it's a siren, but mermaids are also that. Okay, fact 3. Mermaids have powers over elements. All mermaids own powers, and they possess the same powers all over elements. And some disintegrate. Okay. I'm gonna send you this. I want to make sure if I'm gonna be saying this right.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Actually, I'm gonna do something better so you don't have to like scroll down. I'm actually gonna use my little edit problem and actually just circle the word for you. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Oh shit.
We'll leave it like that for now.
Oh shit.
And now I want to make a little itty bitty cross. Can you fall in love with a mermaid? Is what Reese asking next.
Wait, hold it. Yes. Actually, no. But natural true born love, no. Because a man can instantly just fall in love by the beauty of a man. So they just are naturally beautiful by comparison. So they're naturally beautiful by comparison. So if you think of a mermaid that's not, it's just their beauty is so compared that it's impossible that you'll think that that's one person that's perfect. Okay. I couldn't make the freaking thing smaller, but I tried my best.
That's fine. As long as you did your best. Shrink.
Okay, I sent you it.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I tried.
How do mermaids reproduce? Is what Reese asking next.
Okay, that I don't know about. We mostly think that they reproduce as much. They have to be. They go to land. They grow legs. I'm gonna say they get laid, and then they have a child. That's what we all suspected if a mermaid.
Well, when
If a mermaid's gonna have a child. We all suspect that's the way they turn into their legs just their tail just turns to legs and that's it. But they have a unique clothing to them in the bottom part. So like we're in the top
in the top they're gonna have to wear the same thing, but the bottom, instead of being a tail, it's gonna be looking more like a skirt or a skirt full of seaweeds, depending. Like, can you help me with that word?
She's also asking if they are considered to be monsters.
No, they're not. They're considered to be beings. They are considered to be more supernatural beings. So, as much as a werewolf is a supernatural being, the werewolves are considered more of a monster because of what they are. But a mermaid is considered a natural beauty all over. They're never considered as a monster.
Excuse me. Okay, interesting.
You should never piss off a mermaid, though. I'm just telling you, you should never piss off a mermaid.
What do they eat?
Probably seafood. I'm just gonna say seafood.
Okay. Cool.
There's probably not a specific seafood, a specific one that they eat, but probably they're gonna be eating fish and all that, like pretty much seafood. They have to eat seafood, but if they go in the human land, you'll mostly just see them. To identify a mermaid, you'll just see them eating seafood 24/7. They'll eat nothing but you will see them eating nothing but seafood.
So are pescatarians mermaids?
Hmm?
Pescatarians? You know, they're like vegetarians, but they can eat seafood. Are they mermaids?
Yeah.
But are they
I
mermaids?
think. Probably
Because
not.
they're just people who eat fish, right?
Yeah, you only eat fish because of how long they lived in the water. So they would not. So they considered. Okay, so so like if we considered seaweed for us, we consider that a delicacy for us because we do eat it.
Yeah.
A mermaid instead would use the seaweed as a way of covering up a wound. They'll use it to heal themselves instead.
Okay, but we use aloe vera to heal ourselves.
Yes, but they use the natural seaweed of the sea to heal themselves instead of using it. They use the natural things to save them to protect themselves.
Well,
they
so do
use
we.
The natural things. So like if they see a pearl, they'll probably just grab the pearl and put and go and leave with it and put it somewhere.
Well, if we see a pearl, wouldn't we just grab it and go?
Yeah, we will grab it as well, but instead of what we would do with a pearl, like sell it, they will keep it as like a treasured item.
Well, wouldn't we also want to keep it as a treasure item if we didn't want to sell it?
True, but they literally just keep it. They'll literally just keep it. Like they won't do nothing with it. They'll just admire the beauty of it.
Well,
As what we think, they admire the beauty of things, but anything that is from the human world, anything that drops from the human world, like a sunken ship, a piece of jewelry, a statue, they will pretty much anything that admires them, that will inspire them to see, would be something that is from that will not use for bargaining, but to give it as like as a treasured item. I don't know if they do give gifts to other mermaids, but most in contrary they will not. They will mostly just keep it as a treasured item for most of the time. As you can see in the Little Mermaid, that Ariel keeps everything from the human realm in a little cave. They'll probably just keep it away in some place, or they'll just make it something and wear it.
why is flounder not a
But
flounder?
they will consider that.
Reese asks, how come flounder isn't a flounder?
Because it's not. Because instead it's a name, not we know that there's a species of fish called flounder, but they called it flounder because it's just the name that they decided to give it. I'm telling you, the people in Disney we're not that smart. We're not that smart at naming. Just look at Goofy
I guess.
and Donald. So they were not. So Disney wasn't smart at making names, but they couldn't think of another name for I think he was an angelfish or something. Just think of Sebastian. He's a crab. Which at first when I saw Sebastian, I thought it was a lobster. Didn't know what a lobster.
I can kind of see that, I guess.
Hmm. But yeah, they just
Look at this
decided
stuff.
to name it Flounder.
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you
I
think
love
I'm
it.
a girl?
I think that song is the one that inspired me to learn how not to be a hoarder, and that has just taught me the wrong thing. It's taught me to be a hoarder. I think that's why there's. I think I know why there's so many hoards in this world. That's why. That song is the reason. Can
Maybe.
you seriously help me with that word?
Oh yeah. Distinguished?
Okay, that's what I thought. Distinguished powers as well. But those mermaids who do not have prior knowledge of their special powers are able to discover only one or two powers throughout their lives. This happens because a power activates only after the occurrence of a certain emotion or motion. For instance, full moon can grant extra or more powers to a mermaid.
Reese is asking if it's true everyone has a doppelganger. And I know that's not mermaids, but I wanted to hear your take on that.
Okay. A double what?
Doppelganger.
Double ganger?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Pretty much. Maybe. We do have somebody. We'll probably find somebody that looks like us,
well, yeah. Doppelganger.
but not act like us. That's why we call those, if they're not born from ours, but they were born in another time and not born in the same date as us, but they were born in another time.
Yep.
But they look exactly like. Let's just think of if I had another brother. If my dad had a brother.
Okay.
If my dad's son was born through a Cuban side of the family, it would probably be more turned out. Depending on the gene, it would probably turn more looking like me. So like my uncle looks like my dad, my grandpa looks like my dad, and I look like my dad. So we're our doppelgangers by comparison, but not at the same age, at the same stage. So in a few years, I will look like my dad, completely. So we do have. So even our parents are our doppelgangers, but that's because we inherit their looks from them. We can inherit their looks from them more than the other person. Like most of the time, we're not mixed. But if you're talking about a doppelganger as a person that looks physically like you and has the same and looks like you physically in the same time period, then yes, they are. There's a coincidence that there are a person that looks like you from another part of the world. Does Mrs. Reese have another question?
Oh, Reese, do you have another question? She had said what?
Is she confused?
I guess.
Good. My plan worked. It's very difficult when you have a mind this big sometimes.
When you have a, just even you have a
though I
mind.
didn't study for this, I didn't study for this. I just got to know by watching TV and everything, and I got to learn by reading, and I very good read. If Reese has no more questions, I will start the next one.
Okay. Looks like you and acts like you. That's yeah. We have no control over that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Ready for fact 4?
Sure. Lay it on us.
Mermaids are more confident than mermen. Male members of underwater race, I think they should have put of the underwater race, because it would have made more sense. Of underwater race of merfolk, as called as mermen, are supposedly more shy and secretive than their female counterparts. Nearly all stories suggest that mermen never came to the surface of ocean where he's mermaids been have been very active in their appearance in in the ocean surface. As far as this could be true because we do not hear like mermen. This probably could be true that they are more exclusive, like they don't like to show themselves as much. Okay, this is something more to the side.
And yeah, Reese,
Okay,
we hit 195.
Yay!
We're real close to hitting 200.
Yay! Okay, fact 5. Mermaids can lure sailors to their death, which was almost every story that we heard. Pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much every story that we heard about mermaids. This is like pretty much the only thing we have against mermaids. Because this is the reason why we're afraid of sailors are afraid of mermaids.
Yep, they
Not
still are
even-
men.
What?
What?
Not many mermaids discovered this, but all mermaids have
We hit 195 yesterday, I think, actually, with the Happy Snappy raid.
Yeah, I think we did. Because there's new people that came.
Oop, wait, I don't know why.
Okay, I send you the next page. I send you the next one,
Okay.
and I need your help with the word that's before both voices.
Where not many mermaids discover this, but all mermaids have extravagant voices. They can convince a human being to do
Extravagant
something.
voices.
Yeah.
Say that word again.
Extravagant?
Extravagant voices. They can convince a human being to do something, and these voices occur in that process. Normal singing by the mermaid does not exclude their power. Moreover, it can also be used to raise memory. This is why we don't have that much knowledge about mermaids. They can do this.
Well, yeah, they erased our memories, so we wouldn't remember.
So yeah, which makes sense because they do not want to be caught and put in a tank. So it makes more sense. So for the Ben and the Bee, they are actually protecting their own race. So, but going back to the question of mermaids, probably they do. They just don't show themselves as often.
But how would we know that fact that they can get rid of our memory if we don't remember?
We'll probably just remember that we'll probably just have it erased, and we can't be able to remember what happened a few hours. So we have like a time skip. Like if we acknowledge that we have a time skip, we can acknowledge that we probably have slept through. We have dreamt it. Not technically erase their memories, but they can erase it enough to probably warp it enough to make us think that it was more of a dream than it was in reality. Remember, these mermaids have to keep themselves in it in a way.
Yeah.
So they mostly just don't erase, they just warp your memory to make it think like something else. This is true.
What is?
Oh wow. Okay,
The next one is very interesting, but this one's like a bit like what I have told you. Merfolks are more beautiful than average human beings. This is what we actually do know.
Yeah, that's what I said, Reese.
What?
How can you remember if they erase your memory? And like, what if they alter it?
Mm, what if they alter it? You probably will remember the mermaid in an aspect. You will remember it, but instead they will alter it enough to make you think that it was just all just fake, like you were just dreaming. Because they don't literally just wipe it out and just go. Okay, more like the if you have if you wake up from that trance, most of the life they're further they will use it to wipe out your memory, but they won't need to because you're in a trance at that state. Their voice is putting you in a trance, so you won't even remember that mermaid because you were in a trance. Your mind is blocked off. Your ears are just right there. Your eyes are looking at that mermaid, but see. You won't even have a vague memory of that mermaid because you're in a trance at that stage. The mermaid's voice brings you into a trance.
What if it was all
But
a dream?
it was all a dream in a form, but it's more like a trance. Like you're in a dreaming trance. So like you'll know that memory, but they will erase it. They'll erase your memory because they will do it just to keep them safe. Like they don't want them to be known. They don't want to be the stories that there are in this world. They probably have not gone up anymore to our beautiful world because of these people. Okay, now fact fact six: merfolk are more beautiful than average human beings. After the birth of a mermaid, it looks like a normal. It looks like in a regular human, but
I'm dominating the chat.
transform. Hmm?
Reese is dominating the chat, and then she goes, evil laugh.
Oh my god.
Well, what do you think of my little build so far, Reese, since you're dominating the chat so much? Do mermaids take a shower? That's a good question. Phoenix, do they?
No, well, they're in the water most of the time, so think about it. They don't need to take a shower.
But what if they needed to?
If now this is gonna answer most this is gonna answer your complete question, Reese, because this is they necessarily don't okay they necessarily don't take a shower, but if you're a mermaid and you are not told that you were one by birth, you are not known. If you were a mermaid, you will be mostly handed off in the being raised in the realm in the as the humans call it in the realm of the humans. So you'll be raised by humans, but humans that know that may not know that you're a mermaid, or the family that you have been raised by are mermaids themselves that stayed stuck in that realm. This guy is to keep like that, or a friend that knows that you're a mermaid and you trust. So they will grow up like a regular human, but by a certain age, they will take a shower. They do need to take a shower because they have to be. They're normal human. They don't know that they're a mermaid. But by the time they take place, they do that. Their average drinking is more than a human does. So they need to drink more water. So they have to drink constant water because if not, they'll start drowning themselves for real. Because they need that, but they don't have the gills. But they do drink a lot of water. They drink water more than an average person would. But they go to this transformation every time they're born until as they grow up. So this will answer pretty much your question on that because fact six it says after the birth of a mermaid, it looks like a regular human, but when transformations take place in them as they grow up, they become more beautiful every transfer phase. some common changes take place in mermaids are growth of hair, changing color of eyes, light or dark, slimmer body figure, fuller lips, slimmer body figures, fuller lips, hair getting darker, an hourglass shape, or and other attractive features. So it will look like a normal human when it's born, but by the more that it grows up, it will start changing. So it'll start, like how it said, start getting those features. It's common changes. Now, you have told Richard, you have asked
Yes.
me if they can become, if they can become vegetarian.
Well, no, I had asked if pescatarians are mermaids.
Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've actually gotten wrong.
Okay.
If if a mermaid tries to eat human meat or fish,
Yeah.
she gets sick. Though that's just what I thought. I thought they normally don't do eat meat. They do eat meat, but I guess they don't.
Like
Human
curves?
meals
It's curve.
human meals that don't that do not contain meat, such as fruits and vegetables, are healthy for mermaids. There is also a possibility of mermaids hunting animals. In that case, they eat the meat straight from the animal's carcass or draining the animal's blood. However, this method is incredibly gruesome and thus never it has never been used much. But this appeals more to to the taste bud of mermaids. So they will not prefer to eat meat,
Mhm.
but they will eat the meat straight away. But they prefer not to do it since it's more gruesome to them. So they don't do it off. So they don't use the method of like hunting often. So they'll just try to find like fruits and vegetables to eat.
Okay.
Okay. This is surprising. This is very
Oh.
surprising. Um, eight says here. Fact 8 says there are 4 types of mermaids in modern popular culture. Modern popular culture portrays mermaids in 4 forms. The first, the traditional mermaid that only lives in the sea. The other, another form of mermaid is skin shedding mermaid, which
Which those would be the ones that
is
like.
most common in Irish folklore. They walk on land. They can walk on land for a short period of time. The third comes in the shape of lifting mermaids. They can
Lifting?
change. These can change to human form at their wish. And the last type of the last type is a completely human form merfolk. They are highly popularized in Persian collection of folk tales, one thousand and 1001 nights. They can both live land and sea.
Interesting.
I'm surprising. This is surprising me because I'm surprised we're not mermaids.
Becca loves it. Ooh, and actually,
If you not, if you can figure out, we do. There are people that have legs, but they can swim. They can literally swim like a mermaid.
yeah. Hey, Becca, welcome on in.
So
I'm glad you like it, and
We are-
yeah, I'm glad
who
Reese liked it
is
as well.
Richard?
Becca has.
Um,
Oh, not zero.
I'm reading mermaids.
I'm trying to find like the best.
Conclude that you're a mermaid.
Yeah, they just kind of decided that you were a mermaid.
Yeah. her 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 personality is like more of a mermaid's personality.
No, chicken wing.
Werewolf.
Chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing.
Let me guess. Reset Gucci gang.
Yep.
Okay. Ready
Which-
for fact 9?
Yes. I am ready for Freddy.
Okay. That's a yes for me. Some societies believe that humans are descended of mermaids. I do believe this. I do believe this now. Some legends that come from Pacific Islands suggest that human beings are descended of both mermen and mermaids. Somewhere back in time, their tails dropped off.
No, I've heard of
Tails
this.
dropped off due to some reason, and and what?
Hmm?
What?
What do you mean what?
Richard?
What?
Oh, come on.
What? I said I've heard of this.
What are you saying?
I just said I've heard of that before.
Yeah, but you literally cut off.
No, that's all I said. All I said was I've heard of this before.
Okay. Okay, and somewhere back in time, their tails dropped off due to some reason, and a magical phenomenon occurred which able people to walk on land. And the creator god Vati, who is credited as half human and half fish, is an example of this belief. Okay, I'll follow you into that. Actually, I haven't been paying attention to your video.
Oh, that's fine. Not that far, or maybe pretty far. And I forgot if he can't swim.
What?
Apparently, Chibi can't swim.
What? I didn't even know this. I just looked at the chat and I go like, I didn't even know this. Well, Chibi, just because now that you're a mermaid, you are able to swim. You automatically know how to swim.
I like the way this looks.
Okay.
I think I did the land pretty good. Or is it more blue?
Yeah, you did the land pretty good.
Is it
Okay,
purple?
what actually? I want to know what actually are you making there?
It's Spiral Hill.
That's Spiral Hill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot the big part where it's mostly look like a cemetery.
Yeah. Might
I have
have to put more
I have to call that
gravestones.
the cemetery. Yeah, you have to put more gravestones. Are you gonna put the little dogs in there too? The little
Yeah,
dog
it's already
house in there
it's
too?
already right here.
I know the dog is. Okay, wait. Let me see.
We gotta scroll down. It's its own little hill.
Yeah.
Though I think it's more so way to the thing. I don't know. Figured he'd like his own little hill. I feel like I need to make the ground though a little more gray.
Yeah, a little bit more gray. Okay. Now, fact 10 is more of a common. It says here the 8 most
Oh, that's
common powers to an aquatic aqualus mermaids. Which, can you explain me what an aqualus mermaid is? Aqualus. If I'm thinking
Fresh.
correctly, it's a mermaid that doesn't that probably doesn't use water that doesn't need water or something.
I
That
was
makes
gonna-
sense.
I mean, maybe.
Okay. Okay. here are the seven common: hydro hydrokinesis, able to control water with mind and hands; aerokinesis, able to control wind; hydrothermiokinesis, able to boil or evaporate water; hydrocryokinesis, able to freeze or cool down water; pyro pyrokinesis, able to start fire and summon lightning. Now, cryokinesis, which makes sense, you probably can guess already what this one is.
Water manipulation?
Ability to create and control ice.
Oh yeah,
Cryokinesis.
cryokinesis, not hydrokinesis.
Lyrokinesis. Now this one's an interesting one to having. Ability to turn water into gel like substance.
Okay.
So I'm guessing jelly.
Brr.
Okay. Now, the last one is combined atmokinesis, which is possessing all the seven powers, possessing each one. Each seven. Wow. And Aqualus Mermaid has a lot to do. Now let's see if Reese, Becca, and you believe in this.
Okay.
Aquamarine is made of mermaid tears. Aquamarine is a gemstone of the sea. Is a gemstone of the sea, along with being a treasure. People also believe that this gemstone came from the tears of mermaids. They also believe that it can protect sailors who have a hard time at sea or fell into the water. Now, question: do you guys believe that's made from mermaid tears? By the shape that it looks like a tear.
I mean, I guess it could be plausible.
Guess it's possible. Into what it calls.
What?
Oh, I love it. I love 12.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, this is gonna make you laugh, and I think it's gonna make everybody laugh there. Fact 12. Starbucks logo is based on a two-tailed mermaid.
oh yeah. You didn't know that?
I did know that, but what makes me laugh is that they put this in a fact that you didn't know about mermaids. This is something that everybody has noticed. It's okay. It says the original logo art of Starbucks dedicates a woman who is either as Malusining or serene or or siren with both tails. Apparently, Starbucks tore down its original sign, its original logo. They agreed that this eagle fish lady was a bit too suggestive. Thus,
Okay, Becca, I'll drink
thus
some water.
thus only the tips of her tails are visible now. Okay, now that I didn't notice.
Well, yeah, because it looked like she was spreading her legs.
Yeah, but it looked like tails. I knew it looked like tails more just because of the body.
Some people were just dirty.
True, people are concerned. But I love how they put this in a fact that you didn't know about mermaids.
I mean, you never know. People might not know that it's based off of.
That was based on a mermaid.
Yeah.
A two-tailed mermaid. Yeah, true. Because it didn't look like a mermaid at first. It looked kind of cool, but actually, wait, I do have a picture of Starbucks cup.
Look at that
I
detail.
am not touching. I do have a picture of a Starbucks cup. Let me just look that up.
So Reese, my plan for this is to kind of have the stones be extruded, and so it does give it a little bit more of a 3D effect. I'm dirty. Reese!
Shame on you, Reese. Shame.
Hey, we don't kink
Okay,
shame here.
Let me go to my my actual. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna send you this picture and look, and this is from all the way from Canada. It's from Canada, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I just sent you it.
Okay, let me do one more stone and I'll take a look at it. Huh, it's pink.
I'm talking about the logo.
Oh, well, yeah. What about it?
It says here that only the tips of her tails are visible.
Yep.
But that's all they say. But in there, it looks more like a wing, like a. That doesn't look like a tail at all.
Well,
That
yeah.
looks more like two long legs.
This thing messed up again. I'm not what? Sure, we'll go with that. Shit.
Okay.
Ah.
Ready for 13?
Whoa. Yeah, sure. Oh, nothing. I spun the little thing somehow. It looks pretty cool though. Hey, looking good too. Thank you. I don't know.
You're learning at least. You're learning. So that's a good thing. At least you're learning. Okay.
Yeah.
Fact 15. Mermaids are literally women of the sea. In Old English, why do we name this Old English anyways?
Well, well, first of all, your voice is messed up again.
Okay.
And secondly, it's kind of like because the whole like we don't really talk in ye old English. It's Pac-Man. Waka waka. I want to see this. I'm hoping it comes out well.
Okay. Mer means sea, which makes sense. And may means woman, which makes sense. Mermaids are therefore women of the sea. Following the same logic, merman would be the man of the sea. These both names describe the natural habitat of merbugs. Like, I'm doing this with boredom right here because this is like something obvious.
Oh, I spun it again.
Okay, you want to do a little story before continuing?
Oh well, I'll probably keep going till 12:30. Are we done? How long have we been streaming for? Oh snap! We've already been doing this for the 2 hours.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened to Phoenix's voice. I just know it's all walkie-talkie-ish now.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Phil told me that.
Ah, dang it.
Do I sound like a robot?
A little bit. It's a little better now.
Okay. So do you want to read the story? The story that's just the last post before you end stream.
Yeah, I'll read in a little bit. I want to finish up this little bisection of the wall.
I like how this has like I didn't even notice the time either. I just noticed that this past 2 hours. I looked at the time and I go like, wait, shit. I've been reading this for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it either.
Then that means the wolf the okay, sorry to say, but I think Reese has speed up the time here because damn, I didn't. She kept me distracted from the clock. You always start reading a story 30 minutes or an hour after starting stream.
Usually, but you're talking instead of your facts. I didn't want to interrupt either.
Yeah. I did tell you could stop me at any time for the stories.
Nah, I just let you keep going.
Plus, this is my first time being in a stream with you in this capacity.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last time I was talking to you in a way like this was that karaoke stream.
Yeah.
Which
that was fun.
Which went well. It's just that just because of all the loud talk, the loud voices compatibility, I couldn't follow up with your singing, because of the bit of the delay, and plus when you talk against each other, it does block the other person's voice.
Yeah.
So that's why. If I did remember the song completely, it would have been better.
Okay. Let's
So
see.
karaoke. Okay.
Extrude. Size.
Fact 4. We're almost done, so we just need one more fact. We're already in fact 4. Okay, mermaids can see through the future.
Tar?
The northern...
Oh, sorry, I was just naming the thing.
I forgot what... Okay, I think I remember the name of the dog right now. Spike.
Of the dog?
Yeah, I forget the name, but I
No,
know
it's...
something with
It's...
Spike.
The dog's name is Zero.
Oh. Okay, then I was thinking. Okay, then Spike is the one from the first part, then.
I don't remember.
I think so.
This ain't too bad.
Okay. The Western merfolk are believed to be able to live both freshwater and saltwater. They are also considered to fairly temperamental.
Temperament? I don't know. I don't know what word it is because I can't see it. Might be temperamental.
You can't see it, but it's something. It's temper and mental.
Oh yeah,
Temperamental. Mermaids also have the ability to predict the future. I believe. Okay, now I'm going to the conclusion that every of those psychics are either mermaids because they can see the future. God damn it. We don't know. We don't know if mermaids are living with us as well. That's a problem. So that's the belief. Another belief is just that catching a sight of a mermaid by beings could be a bad omen. Can be a bad omen. Okay, now I don't want to meet a mermaid. But oh my god, once you meet one, you can't keep your eyes off one, so that's sad. Okay, 15, which is the last one, and pretty much the last one we're gonna do for tonight. Because I just gave you guys two paranormal facts: werewolves and mermaids today. I might even go as far as to do Doom's thing and search and give you guys more vampire facts. So we got enough from her, but we need more.
Yeah, are we
Okay.
trying to? Oh, go on.
we do have to get like a three-parter because she can be fun at certain points.
Yeah, I need to get some stuff. I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm doing for the next few streams.
Yeah. You gotta plan. Yeah, I forget. You and me now have to plan shit out. I already planned this week, just Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm gonna be streaming. Depend on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube. Wednesday, depending because it's gonna be my birthday, I might just stream on Twitch for the first time.
Hey.
And Reese is gonna be pretty much happier because I am gonna be streaming a horror game on my birthday.
Hey, there you, hell yeah.
This game is actually pretty much horrifying because I just searched up dark and I searched up look and feeling from the PlayStation Now store. So I searched dark and anonymous. I found Dark Mirror, which looks dark and anonymous, and it looks horrifying. I could play Resident Evil 7, but that's gonna be going too far for me because I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to see dead and weird shit and that and this until I'm ready. So Reese, I am not gonna be playing that. I could download it, but I'm not gonna be playing it. I found another one called Whispering Whip. Whispering Whips. Which is pretty much a cartoony kind of look, but it has a dark atmosphere as well to it. It's think of the same points as Hollow Knight, dark and anonymous, but with a cartoony kind of feel. So, I did search the horror section of that. Not much of the games that were there were very great. So, I am going to be playing Dark Mirror, and we're going to see how much how much terror I can get. I'm going to be playing that night. So I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to start at 7. I think it's 7 or 6. Stream.
All right. We'll make sure to. Oh well, you'll be doing it before me, right?
Yeah, because
Well,
I'm
then-
going to be streaming for about like. I'm going to stream until you stream.
Oh,
So I do have your time zone calculated and the time that you stream. I gotta make sure that I don't pass it. But no matter the less, I am gonna give you a Twitch stream actually.
all right, Phoenix. Well, yeah, I'll make sure to hop on in. Just let us know when you start.
Yeah, I'll post it in the advertisement when I'm gonna start. Actually, that's where I'm gonna post it.
Yes, probably the best way to do it.
Yeah. I'm not posting shit on. I feel bad because I'm for Toby's Discord. I'm gonna only let know a few people about it. The people that wanted to know. Cause who's Topher? He could. Now. I can't promote my Discord there. I can't promote anything there. So. I'll tell. Let's see.
Too big.
I'll tell Elliot and Camila at least there. Tover, you can go fuck yourself.
What?
Just kidding. I'll try to see if I can communicate with him as well. And tell him that I'm streaming. If not, I'm gonna tell Elliot to tell him that I'm gonna be streaming this time. At that time. Since they are dating, so and they talk more to each other, so they have more
Aww,
communication.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. He just doesn't say as much, but yeah, it's pretty much more obvious.
I mean, they
It
weren't
became
really,
more obvious.
they weren't really hiding.
The more,
it.
the more. They weren't very good at hiding it. When Becca did the cuteness thing, I go like, it has to be because they fight like a married couple.
Yeah.
They fought like a married couple. And I was like the child that had to stop. I was like the child that had to stop them.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
Yeah, Mom, Dad, stop fighting. Except me and my half, it's brother, sis, stop fighting.
Ooh.
Which is weird for me to not call him that since we're dating. So I would go like, no. I call Elliot my oldest sister, my youngest sister since she is younger than me. It's fine to call Topher my bigger brother, but I go like, I will always call him my bigger brother because that's how I know him for. I have made also, oh, for me at a skip, for me today a skip for you as well. Today, the whole the day that just passed was actually Camila's birthday.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was today. It was Camila's birthday. For me, it's already passed, but I did send her a birthday card to to the Topher Discord, letting everybody know that it was her birthday, that I loved her so much. I had to. Hey, I promised her that I would give her a birthday gift, and I did. My my coloring arts, which I'll do, which I'll make one for you as well.
Alright. Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, you just gotta give me a choice. Who, cool or random?
Random?
Okay, it's funny. Everybody has chosen random. I'm loving this because I can choose whatever I can think of, and since it's for guys, I mostly try to choose cool, but something random with it. So you'll still get a hint of cool, but you'll get something, and then when it comes close to your birthday, or when I'm starting to color it, I will ask you if you want snips of what I'm coloring, or you just want to keep it a secret. Most of them have told me to keep them a secret and to keep them as a surprise. And
Yeah, you can keep it a surprise.
because it makes it more fun. Like my Darius's birthday, I did him something very special. I decided to call him 2 instead of 1, because I didn't know. It was a surprise for me to know when was his birthday because I never asked his birthday. So I send it to him directly. His birthday is 2 birthday wishes, which I can actually just tell you what they are just by what I drew. Where is he? Okay, Game Darius. I have drew him a lion, a black lion, and a dragon. I colored him those 2 things.
Create a path.
Okay, you guys are ready for the last and final mermaid fact?
Yes.
Okay. Fact 15. Many famous deities carry the form of mermaid.
What?
Famous deities like
Oh, dating
Charon
site.
and deities.
Deities?
Or deities.
Deities?
Yeah. Like Triton.
Triton? Or Triton?
Triton. Well, what's it? Oh, but it's still pronounced Triton. Wait, Triton's pronounced with an O. Okay, I'm just gonna say Triton. Triton. Because this is Triton.
Oh
Let's just
no.
say Triton.
Okay.
Triton and Aphrodite.
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 Alright.
From Greek mythology, Aspenian goddesses, Aston, and the African deity Malawat. This is how it's pronounced. Look, I'm gonna say slow. Ma-mi-wa-ta.
Arr.
It's funny. It's funny for me.
Sect
I'm not gonna
Adderley.
laugh because
also existed in the mermaid in the form of mermaids. They represent beauty, fertility, force of nature and destruction, and the danger of subduction. Subduction.
Subduction.
Subduction. Subduction.
Seduction.
Seduction. Seduction, yeah. Okay, that's the last one.
Cool.
Okay. I had to use some big words here today.
And you executed them all perfectly.
Some of them, I'm gonna say some of them.
Oh, hey, Happy Apom, how you doing? How you doing, man? Welcome on in.
I guess, yeah, I forgot. I guess you're hearing my voice for the first time. It's me, Phoenix.
Yeah, we got Phoenix here in the chat today. He wanted to tell us some werewolf and mermaid facts, and so we just kind of been letting him talk on.
Do my thing.
Yeah, we just been letting him do his thing. And I've been working on my little Nightmare Before Christmas thing here.
You wanna know what's so cute?
Huh?
They have a section called Kids Search, and it's facts for and I'm looking at the vampire side, and I go like facts for kids, vampire facts for kids. Oh, that's cute.
Gotta
For
start 'em
kids.
young.
Fair kids.
There we
They
go.
have to know.
Ever stream Pokemon? Yes, I do. Happy Apon. Tomorrow I'll be streaming. It's either gonna be Mystery Dungeon or Pokemon Ranger. I think it's gonna be Mystery Dungeon this week. Because I think yeah. Oh no, it's gonna be a Ranger.
More than sure it's gonna be Mystery Dungeon.
No, it's actually gonna be Ranger. So Mondays I usually stream Mystery Dungeon or Pokemon Ranger. I flip flop between the two. This coming up Wednesday, since it's Spooktober.
You should be mainly doing on Mondays Pokemon Rangers, and then trying to play another Pokemon Rangers game.
Yeah.
After you finish that.
Thank you for the sub. If that was you, I'm sorry. I don't think my notifications are broken right now. I didn't get a chance to see it. So Mondays I switch between Ranger and Mystery Dungeon. Wednesday, since it is Spooktober, I'll be playing FNAF. This time FNAF 4. And Fridays are our community days where we play Among Us, Pokemon Showdown, or Brawlhalla, which we've been putting back into our rotation. And then Sundays I do this kind of stream.
Or Among Us.
I said Among Us.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn down this count. I'm gonna hit Shift D. Cause I need just one.
I just remember that what Doom has gave us was the historical facts, which was more of the history of them.
Yeah. What's that sound?
So I'm trying to find more of like facts, like facts that we would probably not know and not have to be movie related, and it can't be dumb, like things that we already know. So where's that one that I saw before?
Okay, I'm gonna save. But yeah, this is what we got so far. We finished up the trucker before. Play Sword or Shield. I sadly do not have the APOM. I don't even have a Switch. Nevertheless, I don't have a very good computer. I'm on a crap top. So I'm very limited in what I can play. If you want to check out Pokemon, I just wrapped up my Pokemon Black really randomized Nuzlocke, as well as posted a video about my 151 Master Mode, which was to celebrate when we hit 151 subscribers. So you can go check.
Okay, I have to say something actually.
Yes.
I looked at the beginning of your Grim one.
Which one? Oh, the Grimm's Hollow?
Yeah, Grimm's Hollow. I saw the beginning of it. I started laughing because you just go dark, then go happy, then go dark again. Which I loved because I go like, it was like, you want to cut him? Okay, let's cut him.
Oh yeah, because that's that one
dark.
TikTok meme where it's like, I am the darkness. Oh, you want cuddles? Okay, but I am still the darkness.
It's just like me,
Yo,
because
okay.
you're like me in that actually, because I'm like I'm still within the darkness. One cuddle though? Hey,
I know.
give me a cuddle.
Thank y'all so
But I'll
much for
still be-
getting me anywhere close to 200. As I always say, I want to be here without y'all. But I think I
You
might, I
actually
might,
would-
I
you
might.
actually would be- You actually wouldn't be here without us, because you wouldn't have gone this much actually without us.
Literally. I'm gonna be honest. I might share this build on Twitter as it is. I don't usually like to share them until they're done. But I think this might be one of the best things we've built yet. Like the trucker one was really good, but this one was as well. I have some prep to do. Happy I found you. Well, I'm happy
Wait,
you
there was a
found
vote for
us.
this?
What do you mean?
There was a vote for this one?
No.
Oh, I didn't notice.
No, there isn't a vote for this one.
I did just do the like. I just scroll down, look at my notifications, just to like.
Well,
I know what to do, so I never notice it. I never know if it's a question.
well, actually, Happy, if you want to keep me off, I mean, I'll say goodbye to you right now. Love you, man. Thank you so much for coming out. But if you want to stay, I'll be reading a scary story here in a second before we wrap up stream, and before we raid
Yeah.
someone. But if you need to go, you need to go, man. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever it is, and take it easy.
I would try to do another Twitch raid, but today I'm feeling YouTube.
Yeah, I wanted to do.
'Cause I want we do like a one week, just one day of the week of Twitch raid, but I prefer to do. I would like to do a double day of YouTube and Twitch, but we did Twitch yesterday, so I don't want to do it today. Because sadly today my friend that decided to stream last time is streaming, but we'll save him for another day.
Save them for another day.
We'll save him for another day.
Let me go over here to my YouTube page.
Because I want to do it.
Oh, Phoenix went down again. Your thing went down again. Don't worry. Actually, yeah, I can say a few minutes. Okay, Happy. And I believe Phoenix wanted us to read The Creature in Your Mind.
Yes, because this one, I can tell you this is the one that I actually skimmed through and read carefully. And by just this, I feel like it's going to be very good to end the now, if you let it's going to be good to end the night.
So here is
It might just be good to
here is the link to tonight's scary story.
if you want to read.
Races are the best way to bring the streaming community together, so I'm always willing to help. Well, thank you so much, Happy. And if you have anyone in mind for us to raid, you can certainly send it, or I guess tell us the name of the channel, and I'll have Reese go look for it. This is The Creature in Your Mind. Ever tried to figure out what that thing that always lurks inside your mind was? Haunting your dreams? Eating you in your nightmare? Now, you can finally face him. Talk to him. But be careful. Who knows what can happen to you? It must be a new moon night in December, or exactly 1:28 in the morning. You must go to bed wearing plain white clothing. The same rules apply to your bed sheets. If you don't have any white bed sheets, don't put them on your bed or the ritual won't work. Lay down. Act like you're sleeping. But I suggest you do not sleep on your back because it might be more painful. Close your eyes and wait until you start to hear whispers coming from behind your door. When you start to hear those frightful whispers, say in a low voice, "Come to me. I want to talk." If done correctly, the door will open and you will suddenly fall asleep. Otherwise, you would just sleep normally. While sleeping, you initially wake up inside a small room with 2 windows on opposite walls. Outside the windows, there are endless night skies raining blood both up and down. There's nothing but a table, 2 chairs, and blood. Blood everywhere. Act like you don't mind that. Not at all. Just get the closest chair and sit down. Say confidently, "I'm here." The door on the other side of the room will open, and it will come. A creature that will have an unspeakable appearance will appear. But somehow, you will feel like you're just facing the thing you're most afraid of. Whether it's a person, an object, or a place. Just stare at the creature as it approaches and sits down. Don't panic. It won't hurt you, at least, not physically. The creature will start to talk. Its voice will give you shivers that even your soul will feel. But act like you don't mind. Just listen. It will talk about the secrets of your life, your future. It will speak about the scary truth of existence. You still have to avoid reacting despite how unsettling and utterly frightening it is. Otherwise, it will attack you, and you will die in your sleep. Once he stops talking, you will know he will lean his head on his right fist. He shall say it this time, "I understand. Am I worthy to know?" He will ask to see your hand. Show it. Do not disobey. If you do correctly, he will put something in your hand. You can't tell what it is at the moment, but when it happens, you will wake up, and it will be exactly 7 in the morning. You will notice something in your hand. It will be closed. Open it. Do not worry yet. You will see what the monster placed in your hand. It can be one of these 4 possibilities. If you see a quarter in your hand, every night will give you a very pleasant dream. If you see a little rubber duck, your dreams will be memories of your childhood. If it's a little key, you will be able to see your friends' secrets through your dreams. But if there's nothing at all, the next time you sleep, you will never wake up again. The effects of the objects last exactly 6 days. After that, your nights will get back to normal. But I shall tell you, during these 6 days, never get rid of those objects. Always take them with you, all the time. The creature knows what you're doing. And that is the creature in your mind. Ta-da!
I knew the way you actually read it gave me chills down my ass. So it's fine. Now, I was thinking about doing this. I was actually thinking about just luckily we don't have the white sheet, but I was thinking about doing this just to do this, and I just go like, after reading the part where it says, after the report where you told me that if I react, I might not wake up. And then after hearing if there's nothing in my hand, I won't wake up the next night. That's an agreement with me telling no, I'm not gonna do shit.
Reese said it was not creepy. Well, what about the one I wrote last week? Was that one creepy?
I never got that one.
What do you mean you never got it? The trucker?
Yeah, I never heard it.
Oh yeah, you weren't here for that.
Yeah. It's not scary in a certain sense, but if you think about it, it's.
Yeah, no.
It's not supposed to be
I think it's a little creepy.
It's supposed to be scary to you because you're not scared of nothing, Reese.
Ooh, I feel that happy.
What Happy said?
That he said it's 10:55 where he's at, and Reese had said it's still early. But Happy had gone. It's not early when you work Monday to Friday.
True, it's not.
I kind of want to read my story again just to be a little narcissistic.
Please do, because I do want to hear it.
But Phoenix missed it, and we have Happy in here. But it's kind of long.
I don't care.
Okay. And then
you have the mod's approval to stream a bit longer just for this story.
Okay. And then we'll raid. I'll let y'all vote as I kind of prep it. So
I'll be voting for the voices.
So I think we'll raid either Shade, Campfire Chris, or Shadow Black. So one is Shade.
Let's raid Shade.
We're raiding Shade?
We never raid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we're Rain Shade then. Okay, I'll start reading.
Okay.
Uh, yep, go for it. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more water. Actually, I'm gonna go grab a cup from the sink because my voice or my throat is parched. So give me like un momento, por favor.
Go get some water. I'm gonna go get my lemonade. Have my lemonade. And let me check on the YouTube. I can talk to you people. You amazing and beautiful people. Thank you, my amazing people.
Hello.
Okay,
hello.
yeah, everybody's voted for Shade.
Shade. Okay. So if we still have everyone in here, Happy, Reese, Becca, Phoenix, Mad Boss. To set the mood, first of all.
Phoenix is on the app on the voice side of the streams.
Yeah.
For once.
I'm gonna save it one more time.
My mom said I left the lemonade out. I think she put it back in. I wanted to go get lemonade because it was like in the night and I wanted to go like get lemonade and I forgot that I went upstairs just because my phone was like almost dead.
Oh yeah.
It's almost fully charged from all that talking actually. It's funny.
This was the mini build we did, or this was the build we did last week. That we finished last week, so we can tell the story of the trucker. I gotta set the mood with the right angle and everything. I say as I like, oh look at the lights. Oh, I'm pretty proud of this one too.
I'm looking at you right now and it looks amazing.
Listen to Mandunas Imperium after the stream because apparently they ain't on Spotify. All right, I'll look them up. To set the mood, turn off the light. I mean, I can do that too. I'll have to turn it off eventually. But I can't believe Reese thought mine was my story. Well, my own story was creepy.
Actually, Reese, set up the mood, turn off the lights.
Okay.
What I feel like I feel like I know somebody that said that. Instead of saying set up the mood, it goes like.
Baby, turn around and turn them lights down low. All right, Phoenix, you ready?
Oh, I'm always ready.
All right.
Just wait. Oh, wait. Wait, let me just grab. Let me just do this.
Okay.
Let me put the lemonade inside. Let me add.
I turned it back on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay. This stop with the trucker is one that he himself knows all too well. A no-name bar on the side of an old dusty road. With his job, no one would question why a man such as himself would be such a long way from home in this nearly vacant place. Just another stop on this man's journey. A place where one can drink away one's sins without worrying about onlookers, since everyone is here for that same reason. But the man can no longer drink his sins away. They run deep within him, too deep for the now gentle toxin to poison him, and too vivid for him to forget. He has been loitering at the bar for far too long, playing to the hand of insanity, hoping for the day he can forget. But he knows when it's time to get up. Eye is not leaving the window as he takes his final swig of poison. He watches as the purple twilight slowly overtakes the reddish-orange remains of a dying day. There is another place he needs to be, and it's not the place where his shipment is due to go. He gets up to leave. The bar is now nothing more than a little light in the distance that is quickly hidden behind the dense forest that overtakes the view of the mirrors. This drive isn't unlike one he has taken in the years past. It was time to return, and possibly again years ahead. Though the time it takes now feels like nothing compared to his first journey here. These few simple hours were nothing to the years he now has on him. Time slips away in this changing world, but the path one takes and the legends that wait at the end of the road stay the same. Traveling for miles once felt like a lifetime punishment, but it now fills him with an odd sense of peace. The sound of the wind passing by and the voices on the station fill the spaces in his head that once held other thoughts. In his head, and once out other thoughts, he pulls over to the side of the road, tires screeching in pain as he comes to a stop. The cargo in the trailer rattles wildly, then returns to silence. On the side of a tree facing towards the road is a piece of parchment paper. Something visible from a stopped vehicle, but just another blur when you come barreling down this desolate road. A gentle thud is all that can be heard for miles as reflective triangles are put in the ground. For the rare passerby, crazy enough to drive down, it is a warning for a stopped truck. For those unwanted travelers or hitchhikers, it's not only a warning, but a salt circle keeping said truck safe from forces unknown. The trucker grabs his paper off from the tree. On it are words scratched on with what is a bloody shade of red ink. "The gentleman welcomes you in." The charcoal drawing of an elegantly dressed man. His skin is smooth, so smooth that it gives him the image of a blank face. No eyes, no nose, no hair. Nothing but an eerily charming smile. His skin as pale as his suit is dark, giving his skin a vibrant look and a red tie to match his sinister glow. An outstretched hand beckons you deeper into the forest. As he stuffs the paper into his coat pocket, he can feel something watching him. Though knowing the appearance of the gentleman, it would be hard for him to track one's movements, but not impossible. The trucker pushes on despite the slight pull that is always there. The silent scream of, "Don't go in there! Why me? What have I done to..." He cuts off his last thought. He knows damn well what he had done. The fear he is feeling is whatever instinct remains from his long life, a testament to what he once was. Despite the crunch of the leaves, the forest is deathly quiet. The trucker walks with caution, for any rustle can be more than just a deer running from a small fright. There are much more worrisome things out there in the dark than a frightened deer. The closest one known being the gentleman, and the closest unknown wouldn't be unknown if he knew about it. The only reason he knew to check on the gentleman once more is that he now has access to a plethora of information on the internet. Though even the internet doesn't have all the answers, but he knew the timing was close to pay his old friend a visit. What's up?
Everything, buddy?
Sorry. The pale moonlight cast eerie shadows along the forest floor. Long, lengthy shadows, and that if it wasn't for the few scattered leaves on the branches, he would have mistaken a shadow or two for the gentleman. Perhaps the gentleman was there among the other branches, watching, waiting, and wondering what has caused such a visit into his domain. And the trucker could swear there was a second set of footsteps walking along with him. Another piece of paper was stuck crudely onto a tree, and this time, he will set us free, in the same bloody red ink as the first, though he couldn't tell whether the smell of iron was coming from the nail in the tree or the ink on the paper. He takes it and moves on through the shadows, screams coming from a distance. The gentleman is still new to this world. The earliest reports and sightings come from parks and similar areas. He really makes himself seen, but he doesn't stay away from the spotlight. Pictures of him standing in the foreground where children play or young ladies gather can be found if searched hard enough, though the real ones can only be found in old library archives. The only reports of a tall, lengthy figure are people going missing, usually women, or cases in which another does the dirty work for him. The true monsters are the ones who hurt their fellow man, and no one knows how those are created. Rage, hatred, jealousy, or just a simple fear can drive a one to the edge, changing a gentleman of the highest class to a deranged fellow bent on targeting those around him. A sad fate for those who just want to protect, end up turning on the exact thing they want to protect. Sticks break underfoot, warning small critters that something is coming and it's time to flee. And the trucker thinks to those who find it to be a calling of a late-night snack. The unsettling feeling of eyes have been with him since he left the semi-truck. Looking around would be useless. The shadows provide cover for anything peering, and his own footsteps would cover any that follow, if he was smart enough to track his own tracker. Among the darkness of night and the cover of green, a glimpse of red floating feet above seemed to peek from the trees, just enough to make its presence known. The trucker continued to walk through the forest until he came upon a clearing, the center of it lit by the moonlight, a spotlight on the stage, casting down into a bulging, twitching figure hunched over something. The figure wails were ear-piercing, but they weren't the source of the screams heard earlier. It flails back and forth as it screams only to return hunched over, weeping, not yet taking note of the trucker. Why did this happen? Carefully, the trucker slowly approaches, encircling the figure as it yells and mumbles about its own misfortune. The closer he draws near, he can see the figure was human. What he once was remained for now, but slowly his body was morphing, growing, stretching. Skin as pale as the moonlight was developing. His limbs grew longer, and his clothes slowly tore. It hurts! As the trucker now turns past his side, the body of a young woman is beneath the figure. A pool of blood seeping from her side dyes the grass in the same color as the ink. On the pale skin of the figure's hands, the same deep red color is on them. The figure, still howling in pain as it falls to whatever hearing is possessing him. Crack! A stick breaks underneath the trucker, snapping the figure into finally seeing him. There was a second of calm, as if the figure is studying him, watching him. And then suddenly, the figure lunges at the trucker, howling more as it knocks him back. She's mine! It was our story! Our creation! And it's all gone! The figure's on all fours now, more beast than man. But the trucker knows that he will turn into is more than just a mere beast. If not taken care of, he will become another of the things that stalk these woods. A being more than their creation, more than their imagination. Another real gentleman. Another bringer of misfortune. To walk the woods and bring pain to those who spot it and cause more to sprout from the unfortunate ones who live long enough. Before the figure has a chance to lunge again, the trucker pulls out a tranquilizer gun from his coat pocket, shooting the figure in the thigh, one of the last human parts that remain visible. Howling and stumbling, the figure tries to reach the trucker, the sedative working faster as it moves. It tenses for one last jump before its legs crash to the ground with a solid thud. It rears its head back with the last bit of strength it has, despite the figure's body twitching, fighting the sedative, and his lips pulled back to reveal a long smile. A glimpse of light comes from his eyes. A light shine glosses over its eyes, reflecting a sad thank you to the trucker, before he collapses onto the ground. The trucker brushed off the dust off his jeans and walks over to the figure, its body no longer growing for now, as the figure's under the effects of the tranquilizer. He hoists the figure onto his shoulder to load him with the other things in the container. Without turning around, the trucker utters, "A true gentleman wouldn't do that to a lady," and walks towards his truck with something running away in the woods. And that is the gentleman.
We took the longest pause ever.
I was drinking the water. I didn't know if you were going to say anything or not.
Damn, now you got me scared because you know when they do that long pauses happen, you know that I didn't think that my phone started reacting.
Sorry.
It was creepy, actually.
Thank you.
It gave me more goosebumps than the paranormal videos, the true paranormal videos that I watch. every this whole Halloween, this whole month, literally, everything that I've watched you have beaten me to the punch. You're literally beating. I think you're literally beating all the suggestions that I've made. It's creepy enough to probably give me nightmares for tonight at least. That's a good. So you did a good thing.
It scared me when he wasn't speaking. Looks like I got Becca too. But yeah, no. Thanks for that, Phoenix. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm glad it came out real well. So before it gets any later,
You know what I'm glad from this conversation?
huh?
We finally got in a call.
Finally
Not
got
in a
into-
work call, but at least we got in a call with each other.
Yeah.
Or at least once. Please, yeah, please do write another story when you have the chance.
See, that's the thing. Is like I'd have to think of like I have another premise, but it's like
Like,
I'll have to think of
Okay.
stuff, and it's not gonna. It
Yeah.
might not be trucker related. This next one. You want to hear?
okay,
Yes, a happy Apon. Lay it on
Reese,
us.
Reese, what I'm gonna tell you is one thing and one thing only. That writing a story, even when it's a scary story, it's not easy because you have to literally think of the event and everything that's gonna happen through it. You have to literally a writer literally has to live through the story to make that story.
You are the father. No, that's impossible. You killed my father.
Oh wow.
No, Star Wars.
I
All right.
knew it already. Just because the dramatic sound of it. No, you killed my father. I just knew it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I just want to say thank y'all so much for coming out. Happy Apalm, thank you so much for subscribing tonight and for making it out, staying for this little bit, even though you had to work and everything. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. We are gonna go send our raid over to Shade, and as always, what I like to do, I post it now, say my outro, and yeah. So we'll be shading the raid. Oh, I don't know if that worked. That kind of worked. If you're new here, I'm my search, like, comment, subscribe. You guys already know the whole dealio. And as always, stay kind, be awesome. Table which is a heck of a lot. I'll be seeing all of y'all in the raid.